Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars The Old Republic video. So for this video I just want to talk about an announcement that was made by the devs and the people who are making the hypercrates and who design those and do all that kind of stuff. And they announced that now they're changing hypercrates again, and they're introducing again the bronze items. So they're saying bronze items will be introduced back into hypercrates, and I thought okay, I thought maybe they're trying to respond to all this hate that's been going around on Grand Chance cubes. I personally don't mind Grand Chance cubes. They sell super well in the GTN. I've made a ton of videos on them, and I think they make hypercrates very profitable because you end up getting on average 30 Grand Chance cubes for one hypercrate, and you're able to sell those Grand Chance cubes and make a good 10 million credits, and then obviously be able to keep whatever items that popped out of the hypercrate that weren't Grand Chance cubes. So I personally love them, but for people who aren't too concerned about making credits and who buy hypercrates or open hypercrates with the express purpose of getting new items and collecting armor sets and stuff like that, they were quite disappointed with the Grand Chance cubes, and there was a lot of hate that went around, and I guess BioWare's kind of responding to that by saying will reintroduce bronze items, and I'm not quite sure what that achieves. I personally, if in case you were wondering whether I thought it was good or bad, I personally think it's terrible because bronze items sell like crap on GTN. If you look at the bronze items that came out of the strategy alliance packs, just using those as an example, I mean those, despite whatever armor piece it is, it's the head piece or the chest or whatever, they sell for like 2,000 credits in the GTN, and it's been many months, and I personally had bought up a lot of those armor pieces in the hopes that they would go up in price, and I thought 2,000 credits, great, if I sell it for even 50,000 credits a few months down the road, I'd be making a pretty good profit because I can buy them in bulk, and that's what I did buy them in bulk, and now I have cargo bays filled with those things, and they're still selling for 2,000 credits. And that's basically because they're just really common, and if a decent number of people buy a certain hypercrate, those bronze items will just be so worthless, and there'll be enough of those items going for really cheap for the people who wanted to buy it up, and then there's really just no demand for it anymore, and there's too much supply, and you guys can tell there why that's really unprofitable for someone like me who might open a hypercrate or buy these items off the GTN and realize that I'm not going to make any credits off of them. So you have to think about it. Like you open a hypercrate, and you open a pack, and that pack pops out a bronze item worth 2,000 credits. That just ruins the whole pack itself when you could have had a Grand Chance cube worth 300,000 credits minimum. And keep in mind that Grand Chance cubes are still in the pack, but you're going to be getting less because you're going to be getting some Grand Chance cubes but some bronze items, and people should be more unhappy about this. They shouldn't be happy because it devalues the hypercrate entirely, and I'll bet you anything no one's going to really care. Those people who buy hypercrates and put them up in the GTN, it won't matter if it's devalued or not. Those hypercrates are probably still going to sell for like 20 million credits because they're going to have that one or two rare items in it that people are going to be willing to pay for, I guess. But the bottom line is that once again, hypercrates were finally worth something. These anarchists, avowed packs, you could open this hypercrate, get those Grand Chance cubes, sell them, and make a ton of credits. And even if you were someone who wanted to collect things, you could just sell the Grand Chance cubes and buy whatever you wanted to collect off the GTN. But instead, I guess people decided to just kind of hate on the Grand Chance cubes, and now they've tried to fix it, and in turn, once again, ruined hypercrates even more so. Really, the best hypercrates were the one in the past. They were great, and then and now they've just undergone so much change, and slowly they're becoming more worthless. So I'm really unhappy with this bronze item introduction, because once again, as I've said, it's going to devalue the packs entirely. I would much rather get Grand Chance cubes, and you guys can see why. As I said, you open a pack where you would normally get 2 Grand Chance cubes, you might end up now with a bronze item worth like 10,000 credits, and suddenly you realize, well, I could have had a Grand Chance cube come in place of that for 300,000 credits. So those are just my thoughts on it. I wanted to let you guys know in case anyone was wondering, I don't know if you guys were wondering what I thought about it, or for some of you who probably didn't even know the change was happening, and for those of you guys who don't really keep up with the dev trackers and stuff, I just wanted to let you guys know that change is coming in, and it sucks. So but hopefully hypercrates will drop in price, and hopefully the market will allow for the hypercrates to drop in accordance with how much more useless they're going to become. So so that's what this video was about. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.